into his thing, but
if I'm crying, should Osiris be crying too?
No, it's happening.
We're crying.
You know what? You see how agitated he is now?
I know.
Let's make lemonade.
Okay.
Let's go to work.
Still rolling.
You're my... See, that's what I think it is, Damien. I think it's the line.
So now we're in rewrites, right?
Where you going?
Let's rewrite it. Action Jackson can't cry. That's what's going down.
You know what, Kirk? I'm ready to do the scene.
Hey, what scene? The scene is about emotionality. Where is it? Now it's time for my dick.
You're listening to Duck Dust FM. It was a troubling yet cautiously hilarious past week in entertainment as we watched Lucasfilm seal its fate once and for all by tripling down on the colossal failures that destroyed it in the first place, not to mention proceeding with other projects that will only contribute to the continued desecration.
And I stole it. It's called capitalism.
So, as Lucasfilm carried out its cultural London blitz, back at the formerly beautiful occupied zone of California, the other bird-striked wing of Disney was hard at work on doubling down their own certain demise. And this morning, after literal years of waiting and entire minutes anticipating, we were finally treated to the first true glimpse at the woodpile that broke Kevin Feige's back. Yes, our first look at the Captain Marvel's 2 director's cut with minimal studio interference for the first few days of a 2-year production that is definitely under budget and has a coherent narrative's trailer was finally reluctantly uploaded, and man, it's glorious. The trailer begins in part 2 of Beast with a Billion Backs, where terrorism apologist Monica Rambeau's superimposed head is floating in space. They've been making this movie for years now with unlimited money, and that's their final product? Does it really take that much to hire a real CGI artist?
They'll never know what you sacrificed for them.
So Monica tells the universe rip to check its space privilege, and it blasts her away, turning her magically into Miss Marvel. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll tell the viewer who that is. So as the rumors told us, each time one of these 2x4s uses their powers, they change places.
Change places!
Miss Marvel goes to space, Monica Rochambeau goes to the moon to fight cosplayers, and former title character, Petty Officer Marvel, gets sent to her own serial killer shrine. They then talk about how every time they use their powers, it switches them, and slightly more bearable person named Kamala, who is in the middle of discussing this revelation, instantly proceeds to use her powers, and switches places with Brie Larson, causing us to see something not previously thought possible from the leader of Marvel's final days: emotion.
Not again! Oh, gosh. Oh, no.
So it is possible! Then we get some CGI tear gas and a brief splash of, if it was any other movie would be called cultural appropriation, skydiving, bland villain, some pussy,
Got him!
and a glance at the 3 flamingos fighting themselves, and a short clip from behind the scenes of the film's production.
We're a team.
Oh, no, we're not a team.
We're not a team.
Well, I'll be the first to admit the trailer wasn't the complete abomination everyone who's seen any of Phase 4 and 5 was expecting. Yet if you remember the golden curtain of the first Quantumania trailer that slightly concealed the dog shit we eventually got, then you'll know that just because the trailer is somewhat bearable, has that song everyone likes, and doesn't go completely out of its way to piss you off, so you'll consider giving it a chance, doesn't mean the final product will be anything like the trailer is leading you to believe. Remember, it's easy to dissect a bad movie for its most enjoyable and marketable parts, slap a good song on it, and attempt to subvert expectations for a trailer, but it's almost impossible to take a bad movie that's already been made and try and mend it by reshooting and rewriting it until the last second in an attempt to win over all those focus groups. The inevitable result of that, as we've seen with the latest Indy 5 trailer, and we will soon see with each of these shit piles, is a Frankensteinian quilt of mediocrity, begging to be put out of its misery after the first few weeks at the box office. If you're going to subject the last few remaining MCU fans to your End of Empire sludge, at least give them something decent to look at. I mean, no wonder CGI artists actively turn down job offers from Disney. They're put on an impossible schedule, blamed instead of Disney's sexual desire for an ever-flowing river of content, and worked to death for abysmal results.
Jackpot! Get back to work, Mr. Squidward.
If Quantumania was the excuse to can Victoria Alonso, then I can't wait to see what Iger is forced to do once Joel Ember comes around.
How long do you give him? About a week.
But that's the disheartening blessing about the Marvels. It's that while it'll be an eternal bastion of mockery and hilarity while being an even deeper plunge into the abyss for Marvel, the movie will never come out.
Please kill me.
Fucking like and subscribe for duck's sake.
The Duke.